Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another player review. So today we are going to be reviewing the 85 Marcus Rashford versus the 87 Heung-min Son. But first, if you guys need Ultimate Team coins, make sure you go over to awoher.com. It is the best and most reliable place to get your Ultimate Team coins, and don't forget to use Mr. DJM at checkout to get yourselves a nice 5% discount. So if you are new to this series, what we do is we take two players that are a similar rating, that play in a similar position, and of course cost a similar amount of coins on the transfer market, and we put them head to head to decide who is the better player and who you should put in your ultimate team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a deep dive into both of these players' stats. I'm going to tell you what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then I'm going to conclude by telling you who I think is the better player and who you should put in your ultimate team. So if you do want to see more player reviews, let me know by dropping a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, if you could subscribe, I would really appreciate that. But without any further ado, let's get into this. So let's start off with the stats. Marcus Rashford having an 85 rating for this FIFA, and I remember when the official ratings were released, I was quite shocked at how high of a rating Rashford was, especially considering most of the players got downgraded for this FIFA. But yeah, he's got a really good card on this game. 91 pace, 83 shooting, 78 passing, 85 dribbling, 45 defending with 78 physical, 6'1", so he is very tall, especially for a winger. High to medium work rate, which I'm a big fan of. Of course, is right-footed, has 5-star skills, which is absolutely huge for this FIFA in particular, and he has got 4-star weak foot, which is very good as well. So in terms of the amount of coins I paid for Rashford, I bought him for 155,000 coins. He may be going for slightly more at this moment in time on the market, but it's around about the 160, maybe 170 mark, and he got a nice return, 8 goals, 4 assists in 9 matches. So moving on to Heung-min Son, 87 rating for him on this FIFA. Left midfielder, of course, on previous FIFAs he has been a centre forward. So he's got 88 pace, not quite as quick as Rashford, but he has got 86 shooting, which is 3 more than Marcus Rashford. But I have to say, I didn't find there was too big of a difference in terms of finishing ability for both of these players on their right foot. Obviously, in terms of weaker foot, Heung-min Son is a lot more clinical, having that 5-star weak foot. He has got 80 passing, which is 2 more than Rashford, but to be honest, I didn't find there was too big of a difference in terms of their passing ability. So Son does have 87 dribbling, and I have to admit, I actually thought Rashford was slightly better at dribbling with his close control. Even though Rashford's got 85 dribbling, Son's got 87, but I actually found Rashford was a little bit better at dribbling in my opinion. So Heung-min Son does have 43 defending. Obviously it doesn't really matter too much in terms of their defending stats, but Rashford is slightly better. In terms of physicality, Son coming in with 69, Rashford a lot stronger with 78 physical. So Son has got high to high work rate. I think they're both good work rates, but if I had to choose, I think I prefer the high to medium with Rashford. So yeah. Moving on to the skill moves, Son has got 4-star skill moves, which is pretty good, but it isn't quite 5-star. But he does have 5-star weak foot, which is huge. And I'm not too sure what is better, to have 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot, or 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. It's a difficult one, but I think for this FIFA, I would probably say I prefer to have the 5-star skills. I'm not too sure though. It depends what position you play both these players, because of course they are predominantly left-sided midfielders, but I would actually say both these players are more suited to playing down the middle as a striker. If you guys are to get these players, I would probably recommend using them as a striker, but of course they can play on the left side of the midfield as well. So I bought Heung-min Son for 166,000 coins. He is probably going for around about the 160 mark at this moment in time, and he got 6 goals, 3 assists in 9 matches, so not too bad a return from Heung-min Son. So I'm going to tell you what both these players' strengths are, what both these players' weaknesses are, and then I will conclude by telling you who is the better player. So in terms of Marcus Rashford, his main strengths, he is very good at getting in behind, he's very quick. I think his dribbling actually is very good in game, and of course he's very skillful with the 5-star skills. He feels actually quite strong and powerful. It's not particularly easy to push Rashford off the ball, having 76 strength, and of course he's got a tall physique, so he's a bit of a complete player on this FIFA. He can do a bit of everything, and I think he's a lot more clinical in front of goal on this FIFA than he has been in previous years. So to be honest, I don't think there is too big of a weakness with Rashford. I think you could argue the 75 balance isn't the greatest, but I think apart from that, Rashford really doesn't have any weakness. He's got great stamina, decent in the air, pretty strong with his physical, clinical in front of goal. So I'm struggling to find weaknesses with this Rashford card. I think he is extremely overpowered. So in terms of Heung-min Son's main strengths, I think Son's main strength is his clinicality in front of goal. Because he has 5-star weak foot, he can go on his right foot, he can go on his left foot. Really great finisher on this game. His pace is pretty decent, but for a wide midfield player, I would maybe like it to be a little bit more. Obviously, if you do manage to get a Hunter chemistry style on him, it's not going to be too big of an issue because, of course, that increases his pace. But I think Son's main weakness is actually his dribbling. There was something about this card that, to me, I didn't find him as agile as Rashford. His stats suggest that his dribbling is just as good, but for me, I don't know what it was. I just found his dribbling he felt a little bit heavy on the ball in comparison to Rashford. So that's the only thing I would say with Son. Maybe a slight lack of pace and a slight lack of agility and balance, maybe, even though his stats are pretty good in that department. But yeah, I'm going to conclude now, and I'm going to tell you who I think is the better player and who I would recommend putting in your ultimate team. So for me, this is actually quite a straightforward one. You probably can tell who I'm going to say. The player that I would suggest to put into your ultimate team is going to be Marcus Rashford. As I said, I'm struggling to find weaknesses with this Rashford card. He is so overpowered in game. He really can do everything. Having the 5-star skills and 4-star weak foot is such a deadly combination. He's so clinical in front of goal. He's great at getting in behind. He's good technically. So yeah, this Rashford card is absolutely superb in game, and definitely a player I would recommend trying out if you haven't already. But yeah guys, I think that will just be about it from me for today. So let me know some more player reviews you'd maybe want to see in the future and stuff like that. But that will just be about it from me for today guys. So thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video.